1984, The Axeman by Omen, an 80s rock band. I put the lyrics on the shorts for a reason with no cards because I want you to read the lyrics. The future's set, dawn is coming. The time is now. You stole the king's crown of gold, claiming his kingdom for your own. Good and evil clash in battle. Armies fight into the night. Steel and iron ring out the warning powers on the side of right. I'm not going to get into it all. You have all these lyrics to look up. I really want you to look up them. We've got trickster energy with praying in reverse. So if you're not going to take this seriously, you're going to get tricked. Just like all the lifetimes, over and over and over again, right? What do you get? Tricked, slayed, repeat, rinse, wash, and repeat, right? Rinse, wash, and repeat. So we don't want that to happen. Last night in Astro was very intense because what we did was we were finalizing the financial scammers. We were financing. We were finishing the financing strategies that are going on. People are really getting sick of the delays, but the delays are because good people are not really good people. There's so many trickster people out there. That's why quantum has to be the only answer. The only answer is quantum because it has to go according to your consciousness because nobody tells the truth anymore. And there's so many NPCs and clones and just downright evil liars that quantum is the only way. There are different timelines, as I said. There's different levels on each timeline. But on the highest timeline that we're going to be rocking and rolling in here, it's going to be quantum, where you can't lie. And that's what we're doing right now. We're using quantum consciousness on people that say they're good and they're not. And then we have to get rid of them. Their last meal, that was part of the song. You know, you may have got away with a lot of things for a long time, but that time is up. So it was very intense last night because the more we want to end the movie, the more we find people that are not real, that are lying, that are tricksters. So right now is really the time to talk with God and not get tricked and stay as high vibed as you can and know that you won already. You just got to play this out. Now I've got a 9 of hearts and an ace of diamonds. So that's wishes and desires coming true if you stay the course. Okay? So I've already got a few that I were going to put on the shorts, but then they told me, nope, I want you just to put the lyrics on the shorts for 15 seconds because I want people to look up that song. So make sure you look up that song's lyrics and see what it says to you. So we've got the 9 of hearts and the ace of diamonds. You're going towards your abundance. And in order to go towards your abundance, it's one step at a time. Okay? You see how it just hit my hand? It's not perfect. You're going to have a few challenges. Okay? You're going to feel stuck at times, and you're going to feel like you're in fairyland a few times. Okay? It's going to feel sometimes like it's not real. Just like when I show you, let's see if I can show you this. I don't know if you can see that. No, you can't see it. Look up the album cover. It's called Battle Cry by Omen. Look up the battle cover the battle cover, the battle cry cover. See, we're studying all this in a heavy metal class, in a hard rock class in Astro, and it's like my favorite because in the 80s, that's all I did was headbang and listen to heavy metal music, and I absolutely, absolutely love it. In the 70s, it was more Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin. Then it got into Metallica and Megadeth, and then it just went into stuff like King Diamond and Omen and Merciful Fate. Um, and then it went on a break, and then it went on a let's repeat all the music we used to listen to. And then it went into let's listen to the radio and see the new songs with a mixture of the old songs. And that's kind of where I'm at my house. I leave Katie 101.3 on, which is 80s, 90s, and now. And in Astro, I'm studying heavy metal rock bands. At least this month, that's what we're doing. Okay? So we've got, you can feel like Fantasyland sometimes because we're multidimensional, and it can really feel like, where the fuck am I? Type of a attitude. Okay? Then we had the Three of Hearts and the Jack of Hearts, which is also my one-eyed wild card, Jack of Hearts. So we want love here. There's lots of love in this reading. Three of Hearts is a definitely soul contract fulfilling. Two of Hearts is your soul contract. Three of Hearts is fulfilling it. How are you going to fulfill it? With action. We need you guys in your physical avatar to really start taking action. You're going to lose out if you don't take action. What are you going to lose out on? You're going to lose out on the highest level of the highest timeline. And unfortunately, someone like me that is staying high ranked, all the ones under me that should have been with me, they get to stay down here. And one of the timelines, to give you an example, is politics. For those of you that are into politics, that is not the same timeline as here. This timeline does not have politics or money. This timeline in between there, it has quantum money, but it doesn't have politics. And then we go into a level of politics and money, and then there's another level where there's like a barter system and politics, and it just keeps getting yuckier after that. I hope I explained that enough for you to grasp it, but I'm sure that it's way over the head of a lot of people. Only thing I can tell you is to remember that you're chosen, to dance like no one's watching, and to keep high-vibed and use your intuition. So you've got the High Priestess, know that you're chosen, dance like no one's watching, and surrender and flow. If you can just do this, pray more, stay away from the trickster energy, you're going to get on the highest level that you need to be at. Not everybody needs to be at the highest level. Not everybody can be the CEO. Not everybody can be the president of a company, right? There has to be everyone from janitors and doormen and maids and cooks and chefs, right? There has to be everybody. So don't get too wrapped up in, well, I ain't on the CEO level. I'm only a janitor. Don't be doing that. Be on the highest level of janitor as you can be. There's no excuse why you can't be the lead janitor. You don't have to be thinking about being the lead CEO, the president of the company, but you can be the lead of your group. And that's where I want your focus to be. So let's say you're somebody that's working at a fast food restaurant right now. Try to become the supervisor. I always tried to become the supervisor and they never would let me. So I opened up my own company and became the president of Fond du Lac Realty. Okay. I opened up my own company because nobody would let me be the boss of their company. I tried. I tried over and over and over again. So now that led into being the high ranking chick on the spaceship, huh? Okay, so let's go ahead and get another reading. That was the shorts, but the cards all didn't get on there because of the fact that, as I said, they wanted the lyrics on there because they want you to read these lyrics like a book. This is a class. It's not a let's open up a beer and listen to some heavy metal music. This is a class that we're learning guitar, we're learning different instruments, we're learning how to sing, we're learning how to dance. We're also taking the older music, the music from this realm, and we're turning it into more of a spaceship type of music. So it's really fun. I just love it. I could just be an astro 24/7. Okay, we got Queen of Diamonds, Queen of Pentacles. That's the overall energy. That's the energy of what most of us are portraying. We are very stable. We have everything we need, and we're just moving forward. We're just moving forward in this. We're putting the past behind us, Six of Cups, but yet we're learning from the lessons in it. And we're using our ego and our creativity to be the King of Wands, but don't let the ego get in the way. So once again, they're telling me to stay away from trickster energy. And the way you do that is by praying more. Okay, we are talking to you through your dreams, and you are ascending and transitioning. The spirit guides are talking to you, and they are trying to prevent this in astro. Meaning you are getting some opposition, you are getting some challenges. Then on the top of the deck, we have two cards that wanted to come out together, the Seven of Wands and the Ten of Swords. So there's victory over your past, Ten of Swords. Again, it's back to them lyrics on the shorts. They might have won lifetime after lifetime, but they're not winning now. We are. We're using our quantum consciousness. We're bringing in help from above. There's a song that says bringing in help from above. That's what we're doing, okay? And we're putting an end to the 10 swords that they put in our back. And it's actually a lot more than 10, isn't it? Okay, so that's basically the energy. The energy is there's tricksters in astro and there's tricksters here, but you will overcome that if you stay in prayer and you stay on top of the game. And we are giving them their last meals, their last rites. Lot of arrests last night, and with them arrests that's stopping, with each encounter that we take over all these people and this group, right? Because then there's another group, right? Because a couple of the cockroaches stay alive and they run over here. So we got this great infested house. We took it down, and then these three that ran away start another one, and then we got to go in and take care of that one. So it's kind of like never ending, but it will end. So these delays, be thankful that somebody's doing it while you get to sit here and watch Miss Mystic. I love you guys. Thank you for listening.